Hey, can you open the door, please? Hey, we got a helper here.
I know.
Might as well put him to
Does
work.
he wanna take notes?
Yeah? At 18, he'll be able to run a meeting. Hey, Steve.
Hey guys.
Just got out of non-public, so.
That's what I figured.
All right, so, we're now back in public session. And, first thing I wanna do is make a motion to seal the minutes from our non-public that we just had a moment ago.
Second.
All in favor? Minutes are sealed. Okay, now we have to review some minutes here. In your packet, you have public meeting minutes from our last meeting on April 4th. I would entertain a motion to get those approved if you could.
Motion to approve the public meetings of for April 4th, 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. The next order of business is the non-public minutes from the same date. We were all present. I know I had you guys all look at this, so how about we need a motion on that baby right there.
Motion to approve non-public meeting minutes for April 4th, 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, they're both signed copies will be here. All right, ready? Okay, Ray, it's up to you now.
Okay, so, starting to get busier, I'm just gonna go over all the administrative stuff, he'll talk about the criminal stuff, the lieutenant will, but, you know, as it's a nice weather comes, we start doing more stuff with the community, more stuff outside.
Mhm.
May 22nd, we have a new thing we're gonna try, it's a walking group at the Parks and Rec Department, we're gonna have officers walk with them.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so that starts on May 22nd, it's our first time, we'll probably make that like a monthly thing, like once a month. We'll have one of the duty guys go down and walk with them as a walking group. Kind of give them somebody, if they have questions or wanna talk to the officers or get to meet them or whatever, they give people an opportunity. We did our drug take back on last Saturday. We do not have the amount, of measurements for big boxes, I didn't get the weight of the.
That much, huh? Good.
Yeah, it was good, so that went well, and, we're gonna continue to do that, I think it's every 6 months now, it seems like.
Yeah, I saw
my
Melissa's Jeep here at 2:30 and it ended at 2, I think. So
Yeah, going
She
pretty
was
well.
still here later than,
Yeah, that went good.
yeah,
We've got our radar trailer and radar signs going out now, because the weather's nicer.
saw it right here.
That's been pretty good, so if people, have any, suggestions or input or requests, to tell them, we have them kind of send it in, I'll have.
I'll tell you one
on,
thing,
Facebook.
when you, either way, if you're coming to the sign, people in front of you, they all put their brakes when they go by that sign. And when you're going the other way and you look in your rearview mirror, somebody that you thought was going pretty good, you see 48, they're hitting their brakes, so at least
Yeah, it helps.
for that
Well, if
period.
you're looking in the mirror, maybe they were doing 84.
True, yeah. But you'd be surprised, I mean, if you ever sat there and watched it,
Oh, yeah.
they all put their brakes on it.
Yeah, so we'll keep rotating around. Melissa does a good job keeping track. We get, like, we'll log if people have requests or have problem areas, or we notice accidents in a certain area. We try to put that on the list, and we try to rotate the two different.
They're in a good spot right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're continuing to do fundraising for the K-9 program. We're up to $3,250.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's actually been really well, and people are really, just stepping up and giving us donations, and it's really nice. So it's been pretty good. That's been pretty
yeah,
good.
no problem.
Yep, so that should be, I think September, is that when the school's, in the fall, sometime in the fall.
Yeah, after the duck race, we're hoping to be fully funded.
Yeah. We talked last month about our peer-to-peer group, that's still being, Chip's working on some policies, that it's kind of, again, new for us, because it's gonna be a policy that affects 3 police departments. Chester and Candy have both expressed, interest in joining this group with us, so we're gonna try to come up with policies that all 3 chiefs are good with. So we all say, sign it, and we all have a say in how it's run and operated. So we're working on that now, and they also have training lined up, you have to be certified to be a peer-to-peer person, and they got the training, Pete's got the training signed up for him, and then it'll get to the other members of the team.
All right.
So that looks pretty good. Our training, we have training in June is for taser recertification and stop sticks. So just something to throw out there, what we're doing in June. We just did, what are you doing our last month of these training? Oh, we had DCYF came and talked about how different complaints they handled and how to call in stuff to DCYF, that was pretty good. So that's what June is, we'll do a little more outdoor stuff, we can jump around a little bit.
Yeah.
June 14th is Flag Day, we're gonna do that for our second time, have people can turn in flags to be retired appropriately, so we do a little flag destroying ceremony.
Retirement service,
Yep,
yeah.
yep, and that's at 11 a.m. on June 14th. And if anybody has flags, anybody at home has flags and wants to turn them in, then we'll take care of them properly.
Very nice.
Yep. And I think that's all I have.
You want that? The canine fund?
Yeah, you said that.
Oh,
You must have had it off.
Yeah, he's in a different galaxy.
All set?
All set.
Any questions for the chief before we go to the lieutenant? All right, Chip, you're up.
Okay. Officer Hansen was in Germany for the last month as part of the reserve, so our motor vehicle numbers are down a little bit. But we had
That's great.
141 car stops, 11 of which were summonses. Pretty good. I mean, we're not heavy-handed by any means, so I'm okay with that. We had a total of 19 reports generated. Again, everything from animal control issues to disturbances to restraining order violations. We had 8 arrests. We had a couple of habitual offender arrests, which is kind of unusual because usually it's a felony to be driving while you're certified as a habitual offender, and we had 2 of those last month. Possession of tobacco by a minor, so there's a little outlier that we don't typically get. And then just in general, just regular calls for service, we had 726, which is pretty much on par with what we normally do.
Now, you had 16 hands-free, but April was, didn't we have that was a month of concentration for handhelds?
Controls, yep.
Did we get funding for that?
We did.
We did, okay.
Yep.
So yeah, quite a few hands-free law violations. But that's, like I said, we're not heavy-handed by any means, so
Yeah.
just stopping them and doing a little education on the side of the road goes a long way, oftentimes. And that's about it. Just plugging away.
Any other questions for the lieutenant? Thank you, Chip.
Yep.
Hi, Steve, how are you?
Not bad, how you doing?
Good.
Good.
Anything to report, anything else since we saw each other last month?
It looks like we got a group leader meeting. It's scheduled, or tentatively scheduled right now for June 7th, I believe.
Yeah.
Looks like all the other leaders that I've seen are starting to respond saying that's a good date for them as well, so that should be going along pretty good. Not a whole lot else going on, other than the fact, I was reading a little bit about, in the crier, that how much we were putting together for the new canine, and I saw you must be doing pretty good, because I think in the crier it said it was 1,800, now you're saying it's like.
Yeah, 3,000, yeah. She's
So-
getting some sizable checks in the mail.
I got a donation here too that I'd like to,
nice.
go ahead and.
I'm the collector of it.
Yeah, I'm the collector, I guess.
There you go.
Chip only charges a 10% fee.
Yeah.
Like PayPal.
Yeah, 10%, yeah. You
Thanks,
get
Steve.
it.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
We'll put Steve
That's
on
awesome.
this.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, nice.
Are these real?
No,
They look fake, don't they?
Thanks, Steve.
That's about it, that's all I have.
Well, thank you very much.
We are gonna have that meeting in June though, so it's.
Yeah,
Very cool.
Looking forward to it.
terrific. And crime, break-ins and stuff, and,
Don't jinx us.
No,
we've
yeah,
had-
not too bad. We passed on a lot, we tried to pass on a lot of electronic scam information stuff.
Yeah.
That seems the big.
the big thing right now.
Yeah, it's really big. That seems like a big thing.
Oh, yeah.
And people still fall for all kind, they come up with all kinds of inventive things. There was one, they were, saying they were the police department, they would get a warrant for you, and they would come over your house and serve it. And it actually, now they actually will send someone to your house to get the money if you're gonna pay them, to clear it up, that kind of thing.
Gee.
So there's a lot going on electronically, and that's scam stuff. It seems more than like you would used to get house burglaries and stuff, not so much. Now it's more these people
Well,
that
they
scam.
do better not leaving their house.
It's risk to benefit analysis.
Yeah.
So-
They don't even have to
I actually
leave.
got one today, as a matter of fact.
Oh,
It was, something that says that my bank account was flagged on today,
Yeah.
and then for security reasons, to guard my account and everything like that, please, visit, and they sent me this. and-
Yeah.
oh, yeah. And then you go ahead and, like an idiot, go ahead and go to
Yeah,
that link.
exactly.
No,
Yeah.
You're giving them your password and your username.
Yeah.
Absolutely, so.
Not to mention,
Unbelievable.
wait till AI gets up and running. All they have to do is listen to a voice for 3 seconds and they can
Yeah.
exactly duplicate
Yeah, and
their
that's scary,
voice.
that's scary.
That's very scary.
That's why I don't answer the phone unless I recognize the number now, so if somebody wants to get hold of me, they can leave a message and I'll call.
My son was $1,000 winner on a scratch ticket, so he had to go to Concord, and that was legit. He got a call like a week ago. Some guy says, hey, your ticket was entered into a drawing in New Hampshire lottery, and you have won $5 million. And this and that. My kid puts the phone down. He said, Dad, I think I took the phone, hung it up, put it down. There you go, there's your $5 million. It's gone. Like they'd be calling you on a Sunday afternoon
Oh, yeah.
from the New Hampshire lottery.
On their day off, right?
Yeah.
Let me call Jason.
Oh, I tell you. Well, Steve, thank you very much, and I hope we'll see us. We have another meeting in June. I think it's prior, our June meeting. Is it before? It's before, we'll see you before your neighborhood watch meeting. Hopefully that goes well.
Yep.
Okay. Any other questions for Steve? Okay. Old business, we can look at the budget.
Yep, so everything looks, has been looking pretty good. There's a couple lines to, that we looked at today, like, police training is at 68%. That's, we just had a lot of training, especially with, we're looking at, maybe putting, optics on our firearms. That's one of the training modules we've been sending guys to. And we sent Trevor to K-9 training with this guy who's gonna be training him a couple times to get to know how they
Oh,
operate.
good. So Trevor's already getting his feet wet a little
Exactly,
bit.
right, exactly, and he's gonna
Preliminary
know the
stuff.
trainer and
Yeah.
stuff, so that way we're kinda on the ends there. The other one is, plant costs. We keep having, furnace breakdowns, so that's up a little bit, not crazy, but more than it should be. Police equipment, the one right below that, is a little high too, but we had the 2 hires, and that, so we had to buy equipment for them. And then the last one down the bottom is police subscriptions, which is always the front end, because we pay at the beginning of the year. So other than that, everything's right there where it's supposed to be.
Fantastic.
There's one that's right in the middle though, police medical services is 144.
Yes, I see that right
So
there.
that is, we have a credit coming from the town, it's just the way they did a budgetary thing.
Okay.
They have to give us back some money.
That's when we send our guys in for blood tests or something? Oh,
Exactly. We're gonna send, some guys, this year we're gonna allow some guys to do, those life scans, where you can do a body scan, checks your blood, checks all your arteries,
Okay.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But the town's gonna reimburse us some of
Okay.
the funds.
Beautiful. Okay. Any comments on the budget or anything? It
Yeah,
looks good to
anything
me, that's for sure. And anything on the new business that we need to discuss? No? Yeah, the dog, we're already 3,000, we got that in the bag.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good.
That's gonna be good. So, all right, I got nothing else. Anybody got anything else? How about you, young man over there in the corner? No school for a month.
You're supposed to reward them.
What do you think of that, Dad?
No, he loves school.
Yeah, I know he does. So does my grandson. He loves it.
I know.
I hated to go to school. If I could get a day off, it was done. All right, let's see. It's gonna be a short meeting here. It's only 7:11. Oh my goodness. Almost feel guilty getting out so soon. There's nothing else we can talk about.
It's not like we're paying you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna make a motion to adjourn at 7:12 p.m.
Second.
Okay?
Aye.